Perhaps you're going through a tough season and you found yourself wondering, God, where are you at? Maybe you've been asking the Lord to move in a situation, but despite your prayers, there doesn't seem to be any change. Perhaps you feel as though you have been plunged into a place of obscurity and you are surrounded by darkness, and the hand of God does not appear to be moving on your behalf based on natural circumstances. If this describes where you're at right now or what you've been going through lately, then this message is for you. The Lord wants me to tell you not to despise the darkness and difficulty of the season you are in. Know that it is being allowed by God to incubate His purposes. You see, God does some of His best work in the darkness. It's during the darkest hour of our lives, during the most trying moments, when we can't see Him working things out, when there's no evidence in our lives that He's arranging things in our favor. That's when the Lord is often doing the greatest work. It's the seasons in which God seems to be hidden from us, that He is actually setting the stage for our biggest blessings. When you face a season in which there is gross darkness and tremendous difficulty, and you feel like your heart is breaking, know that you have not been forgotten by God, and that a great work is being incubated in your life. Now, when I refer to spiritual incubation, I'm talking about those seasons in which the Lord allows just the right events to transpire and things to happen in order to produce the perfect conditions for something new to be birthed in our lives. I'm referring to a controlled setup, outcomes guided by providence, situations transpiring by divine design, life events and circumstances directed by the hand of God, subject to the warmth and fire of His Word and watered by His presence, which is the Holy Spirit. But now, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me give you an illustration of what I'm talking about. When you take a plant seed and place it in the soil and cover it up with dirt, something amazing begins to happen. The darkness of the earth's soil, along with other elements such as water and a warm temperature, they provide the right conditions for metamorphosis or change to take place. When placed in darkness and given plenty of water and warmth, the seed will germinate, meaning the shell will crack and break open, and new life will emerge from that state of brokenness. What I want to share is that the hiddenness or darkness is a vital part of the process in order for something new to break forth and emerge from the innermost part of that seed. And similar to this natural process, some of you listening have not only been in a difficult season in which God has seemed hidden from you, and you've been surrounded by darkness and under extreme spiritual attack, but some of you have been in a tremendous season of brokenness. You've had to endure things in this season that have just left you broken and fragmented on the inside. Just like the outer shell of that seed must be broken in order for new life to emerge, the Lord has allowed you to go through a breaking process. And part of the hardship of this season that has produced a lot of the brokenness in your life has been the removal of certain things, jobs, homes, even relationships. And it has all been a very painful process. It has been a difficult process. but it has all been necessary for the new thing to manifest that God is doing in your life. The Lord has been removing what is not conducive to your future. The old shell must be broken and cast off in order for something new to be birthed. The Bible teaches us that the old man must die so the new can live. Before there can be a birthing of new life, there must be a breaking or crushing process, and even death in some cases. Sometimes things and even relationships must die in our lives in order for God's promise to be birthed and a far greater purpose accomplished. And I feel like the Lord wants me to tell you that you have not been buried in the darkness of this hour. Rather, you have been planted. The Lord has strategically placed you in the fertile soil of this season. You were created for such a time as this. The darkness will not crush you or take you out. God is going to use the difficulty you are experiencing right now to bring certain things from the depths of your being, gifts, talents, opportunities, things that the Lord has placed on the inside of you that you're not even aware of, things that He's placed deep down on the inside of you for such a time as this. He's going to bring greatness out of you and propel you into your destiny. And what was intended to destroy you, God is going to use to fulfill His purposes in your life, if you will allow Him to. God has strategically planted you where you are at, and your purpose is to grow in your relationship with the Lord and flourish in every area of your life and produce the fruit of the Holy Spirit so that others can see and know the goodness of God. So get ready, prepare yourself, because you're about to push through the darkness into the light and the glory of God and experience your greatest season yet. You cannot even begin to imagine what the Lord has in store for those who faithfully submit to His process and plan. Push through the pain, because there's a blessing waiting for you on the other side of this current difficulty. Remember, the Lord does some of His best work in the darkness. The darker the hour, the greater the work the Lord is doing just beyond the periphery of your vision. God will not leave you in that state of brokenness and death. Something new is going to emerge from the shell of yesterday. God is doing something new, and it's going to be far greater than anything you've experienced previously. Until next time, blessings to you and yours. Hey guys, thanks for watching today. Please remember to join me on my channel. Subscribe and click on the notification bell.